Alrighty. Howdy neighbors, and welcome back to Dark Nights. My voice is better, which is great. And also we have decided to do... I have decided to do Curado's route first. So we'll see how terrible this goes. I believe I've already made the wrong decision. But here we go. Give me one sec. As I proceed to die already. It occurs to me that I should not be out this late, but I'm already nearly at the school. And despite my misgivings, I'm excited and curious to see what awaits me. Surprisingly, the fences are unlocked. There might still be people inside. Yeah, nothing about this is bad. Not one damn thing. The hallways are lit only from street lamps outside, but I can still see where I'm going. I've never been here at night. The hallways look creepier than usual. I want to call out for the ghost boy, but decide to stay quiet and search for him. Dots. I stop to listen, picking up a distant sound of the ghost boy shuffling. The floor ahead of me looks splotched as well, perhaps with blood, but in the dark I cannot be certain. I walk down the hallways and follow the shuffling sound. I find blood trails on the floor. A clue that the school ghost was here. Guess he found me first. I step forward. I feel a hand press against my mouth and an arm around my waist. In a moment to react, I am pulled into the nearest classroom. I struggle trying to break out of my captor's grasp until I hear a familiar voice whisper in my ear. Relax. It's Curado. He releases me once I stop struggling. I spin around to confront him, but he presses his index finger to my lips before I could utter a word. I push his hand away from my face, but keep quiet, despite the many questions I have for him. We're hidden in the classroom. The sound of footsteps echoes through the hallway. Despite the darkness, I can see through the gap between the door and its frame. Cool. We both wait patiently until something moves within sight of our hiding place. A pair of disembodied legs stumble down the hallway, pausing at irregular intervals, as though their missing top is searching for something. Blood drips down from the top of every stump, leaving macabre shoe prints with each step. I almost scream in shock, but Corrado lays a hand on my shoulder, reminding me to stay calm. I can hardly breathe as the limbs continue their way down the hall, the soft sound of their shoes echoing in the empty corridor. As the sound grows further and further away, the bloody prints fade from view, until there are no trace that anything was ever there. I wait a full minute after the last echo of the footstep before feeling safe enough to speak. This is what happens when you sneak inside the school at midnight. Then why are you here? Carter lets out a deep sigh. Look, I'll explain, but tell me what you're doing here first. School ghosts appeared at my place and asked for help, so I decided. Seriously? I make it Chris reject his request. Kurata shakes his head and lets out another deep sigh. It's a bad idea after all. And where have you been? I thought you were supposed to be guarding me. You're always gone or popping up when I least expect it. Actually, I was after the ghost boy. I was told he would appear at the school tonight. I asked Shane to guard you, just in case. I can't believe he didn't stop you from coming here. Still, it's my fault. Sorry I left you alone. Really, I'm sorry. Corrado lowers his voice, almost whispering. His sad eyes look down on me, his expression not what I expected. I decided not to push it any further, since he already feels guilty enough. Anyway, you need to leave. The ghost might come back for you. Before I can reply, we hear a shuffling sound. Corrado grabs my hand and we rush out of the classroom. The school's his playground at night. We need to get out of here ASAP. You should have rejected him. Now he's after you. Corrado, slow down. I can't keep up. As soon as the words were out of my mouth, I trip over my own feet, crashing to the floor. Corrado barely has time to turn around before I feel something cold clamp onto both of my legs. Let us small shriek as I'm dragged away at inhuman speed. What the fuck is going on in this game? What is this? Greta looks at me with a shocked expression, quickly comes to her senses and chases after me. I try to turn to see what's dragging me, but a sharp turn throws me off balance, and I have to scramble to avoid hurting myself. Let me go. Hold on, I'm coming. I feel dizzy from the many quick turns. Feels like I'm on a roller coaster without a safety harness. I hear Corrado's footsteps echo, but they disappear abruptly, as if he stopped running. I shout his name, but he must be too far to hear. Captain Freddy releases me after pulling me into another classroom. My body hurts from being dragged all this way, but I manage to stand up. Hi! Oh, we're screaming. I'm sorry. Eek! But hi! I dash to the far wall, putting my back against it. His voice sits in front of me, a dreadful look on his face. His appearance still surprises me. How did a legless ghost drag me all the way over here? Maybe I should stop questioning the supernatural beings. I'm sorry for scaring you. I didn't want anyone to stop us from talking. The boy bows down to apologize. I realize he means no harm, but I still do not understand his actions. You see, my legs are missing. Without them, I'm stuck here. I swear what the school ghost is true. I better believe that infamous ghost is right before my eyes again. I saw your legs a moment ago. Where? He's back in the hallway. They passed by, moving on their own. Would you please help me get them? He looks at me with innocent eyes and presses his lips together. I'm in lower school for him. It would be a waste of effort to turn him down now. After I nod, the boy smiles happily. He crawls up to me and takes my hands into his. I shout out his cold touch and he releases me. Alright, sometimes I forget that I'm not normal anymore. Looks like he's about to cry, so I reach out and gently pat his head. I can't believe I'm comforting a ghost. Thank you. Nobody's ever agreed to help me before. Actually, it was more like I had no choice. I would be cursed if I don't agree to help you. I cannot spread curses. I'm cursed after all. I would have rejected him when I got the chance. Oh dear, what I got myself into. Well, I'm gonna go look for your legs. I'll wait here. I think they'll appear if I tag along. I'll be right back. Leave the classroom and start my quest. I wonder why he separated me from Corrado. It's because Corrado's looking for him. Right now I have two options. Find Corrado and escape, or help the ghost find his legs. If I try to escape, he might come after me, though. I don't want ghosts showing up at my house. Whatever, at least it's something new. Might as well help him out. Walking around, I try to remember where I last saw them. I was in the classroom earlier, where I met up with Corrado. However, it's difficult to be sure where the legs have gone, especially because they don't leave behind a trace. Shortly after, I hear Corrado's voice calling my name. I cannot be happy to bump into him. Corrado, I'm here. Corrado comes running around a corner, stopping short when he sees me and letting out a sigh of relief. As I reach him, he holds my shoulders and his eyes examine my body. Anyways, how did you escape in one piece? Corrado sounds worried as his gaze is pinned on me. A school ghost. He asked me to find his legs and... Oh, him. Oh. Oh. Corrado's expression turns dark and he lets me go. At a word, he stalks off in the direction I came from. Confused, I go after him. Where are you going? I'm going to exorcise the ghost. No. What? I have to put him to rest by fulfilling his request. Her arrest is being exorcised. He doesn't seem evil, so why? It's not like he hurt me. Games? His face is fresh and serious. I thought he was upset at me, but he wraps his arms around my body, holding me tight against his chest. Corrado. I don't understand the meaning behind it. It's his warmth and gentleness in his embrace. Even though we only met a short while ago, this feels nostalgic somehow. You don't know how scared I was of losing you. I'm so sorry. He's talking about his job guarding me. Or his reaction is really over the top if it's just that. It's not even his fault. I'm the one who decided to come to the school. I gently stroke his back to reassure him. I've been messing around too much. After Corrado pulls away, I feel slightly flustered. There's something I want to tell you, but it'll have to wait. Stay here, I'll be back in a minute. Wait, don't leave me alone. You'll be fine. You see to set things right. Trust me. Frodo's serious eyes look into mine. There's a side of him I could not have imagined when we first met. This music is loud as fuck. Is he always like this at work? Or did he grow dependable when I wasn't looking? He pats my shoulder and heads off before he say anything. I cannot help but worry about him. I just gotta deal with a ghost. I didn't even know he could see them. Worried, I go after him. I hear loud noises, like something large and metal striking a wall. I want to exercise the ghost by throwing a desk at it. I slowly peek around the corner and see GamesRHard with the ghost boy. It appears to be winning, and the ghost is pinned against the wall. Not too late, I can stop GamesRHard before he hurts him. Why are you doing this? It's for your own good. Your wish will never come true. Why should I believe you? They don't seem to remember me, but back in class 1E, I went into the classroom to stop them, but the ghost's demeanor suddenly changes. His gaze momentarily falls on the floor. He pulls himself away from the wall with a jerk. The ghost boy raises his head again and I flinch back, as I've turned to matching black voids, and his mouth is set in a snarl of rage. Frodo tries to pull something out of his pocket, but the ghost boy crawls forward with inhuman speed, grabbing GamesRHard's arm. I thought ghosts can harm humans, but this boy is definitely trying to hurt GamesRHard. I remember you. Even in this chaos, GamesRHard manages to draw something from his pocket. I cannot exactly understand what he's doing, but I see his lips moving. The ghost boy backs away from him, and he notices what's going on. GamesRHard throws the object he was holding, a small charm, at the ghost boy. The moment it touches him, he freezes in place. Dark brass surrounds the ghost boy, instantly dissolving him into a mist. His screams echoes as he disappears, eventually fading until there's nothing left of him. I glance over at GamesRHard. He sinks down to his knees and lets out a deep sigh. Without moving, he suddenly calls my name. You can come out. Did you know I was here all this time? GamesRHard turns to me and nods. What happened to him? I exorcised him. He's gone. I notice his messy clothes. I'm worried he was injured, but I cannot see anything but some minor cuts and scratches. Just stay back there. Sorry. I did not dare to look GamesRHard in the eyes, but he does not seem upset. Let's go home. On the way back, we walk in silence. I don't understand everything that happened tonight. It started with the ghost boy that called out to me, to GamesRHard being at school. I tried to help, but I felt like I was more of a nuisance. Are you okay? I just have a lot on my mind. Alright, I still owe you an explanation. You weren't supposed to be there, but I will. I still can't believe you trusted the ghost. What if he hurt you? Forced you to do something terrible? Why wouldn't I help him? Honestly, I was just curious. It was a school ghost. You know, the same one we talked about a couple of days ago. Ghosts like him can't pass on, because they have a strong, unfulfilled desires in this world. I tried to track him down before, but he doesn't appear very often. When I heard he might show up tonight, I took a chance. Was it really impossible to fulfill his wish? His wish could be fulfilled if his legs were reattached to his physical body, but his body was cremated. Besides, there's no way of knowing if he'll really rest after getting back his legs. Or was it a possible request to begin with? I can't believe he tricked you into helping him. Oh no. I thought if he was an evil ghost, he would have cursed me or haunted me until my death. To be honest, I'm not fond of ghosts, especially the idea of angering them. The ghost's gone, so you don't need to keep beating yourself up about it. GamesRHard gently pats my head. I venture him to be upset, but this is the opposite. I troubled him, and he's trying to comfort me. His kindness makes me feel even more guilty. When the ghost screamed at you, what did he mean by I remember you? Don't read too much into it. Bitch, I have to. Fuck. I've been after him for a while. Maybe he remembered me. How long have you been an exorcist? It's a long story. I have all night. Alright, well, it's not just ghosts. It's like all supernatural beings. One of my jobs keep the village safe from creatures like him. I didn't know you could see ghosts. I didn't think you could either. All this time you knew the school ghost story was true. What about the other legends for the village? Curious. I don't want to spoil the surprise. You'll figure it out. I'm serious. I'm involved in your mess now. I have the right to know what else might come after me. I think I got it backward. You're the one dragging me into your messes. Excuse me, but who saved you from sleeping on the streets? You're more of a damsel in distress than I am. Hey, didn't I look badass back there? At least call me a knight or something. A knight in distress. By the way, thanks for helping me. Nothing, just be careful around supernatural beings next time. Don't trust them, no matter how kind they seem. In the end, they're all the same. Selfish and deceptive. Humans are no different. I still trust them more. I'm sure there are more of those beings in the village, hiding in shadows. Someday, I'll take them all out. I know I dislike them, but it's a little extreme, don't you think? I've been able to sense them my entire life. I spent my childhood tormented by creatures just like that ghost. It's only natural how I feel about them. I see, but destroying them won't solve the problem. It is my duty. His last words fade into a whisper. I feel like he has something heavy on his shoulders, but beyond his animosity toward them. Corrado returns to his usual smile and jumps to another topic. You know that going out at night is dangerous. I should put more security on you next time. Speaking of security, thanks for leaving me unprotected. I didn't get why Chain let you slip out. What the heck was... Yeah, you left me in the care of a creepy You left me in the care of creepy gas mask. What a trustworthy guard you are. You should have told me at least. I know. I'm sorry for leaving without saying anything. Chain isn't that bad, though, once you get to know him. In that case, can you switch with Chain? You make him sound more responsible than you are. I am a dick! What the fuck? That's not cool. Corrado smiles apologetically and rubs his head. I'll do better next time. Don't pick me out just yet. Chapter 2. Lies. I walked to school alone today, since Corrado is busy with work. As usual, Ikuya approaches me cheerfully. Walking behind her, Ryoichi greets me with a wave. Hey, I got awesome news. Student Council decided to host a masquerade ball. I'm so excited. I want to see the CGs for the masquerade ball. That's what I want to see. I looked over at Ryoichi, who averts his eyes. As class president, he must have approved, if not suggested the idea. I didn't know he was into such events. Now he gave me that look. I thought it'd be nice to have fun for once. It's been ages since we had a school event. I think it'll be fun. I thought you wouldn't ever attend parties again after the incident with the gang during freshman year. Just because they ruined that party doesn't mean other parties can't be fun. I think a few of them even left school. But do you think they'll crash this one again? They won't make a move without a leader. Besides, I think they learned their lesson. Ryoichi winks at me and I smile back. I should get a new dress. The one I wore in first year is actually too big for me. Have you slimmed down? You look the same to me. I did. Maybe the difference isn't that big for you since you see me almost every day. Games, we should go shopping sometime. Wait, this is too sudden. Let's give me some time to decide if I'm going. Don't worry, the event is still a few weeks away. You got plenty of time. Why are you telling me this early then? Just to make you excited. Is there anyone you want to go with? She leans toward me with curious eyes. The first person to pop into my head is Corrado, but I shook the thought away. What am I thinking? He's a guard and an elite student. Bringing him would raise questions. Taking the shake of my head as an answer, Ikuya giggles and promises to find a partner for me if I cannot decide. I feel like she wants to get me laid. Which are nasty. When school ended, Ryoichi surprised me by walking home with me again. I had assumed he would stay late. Don't you have duties to attend to, Mr. President? That needs a hand with paperwork. Club activities can wait until later. How have you been doing lately? Not too bad. Why, you seem worried. You've been quiet lately. I can't tell what's on your mind. I've just been tired. You don't have that bored look on your face anymore. Makes me wonder what you're up to. I've been checking the news more, though I haven't been able to get a step closer to figuring out the culprits. If you have time, call me so we can brainstorm together. Thank you, I will. I smile at him, bumping his shoulder. He has been there for me since I was young. Ryoji never changes. Soon after we part ways, I enter my house. I notice Corrado lie on the couch reading the newspaper. Hey Corrado, sorry for making you wait. Let me first buy some... Once he hears my voice, he sits up startled, and I realize he is not wearing anything except for a towel around his waist. Corrado. I didn't expect you to return this early. I got a pillow from the couch to throw it at him. He manages to dodge it. So I just took a shower, and it's warm in your house. There's really no difference for shirtless guys at the pool, right? I throw another pillow at his face before he finished his line. No room for discussion. You promised to follow my rules, and my room said you need to wear pants. And why do you take so many showers? Putting back the pillows I threw, Corrado rubs the back of his neck, blinking his eyes as he speaks to me. My clothes were ragged from yesterday. Did you expect me to walk around like that? Then put something else on. Came here empty-handed. Did you have other sets of clothes at your old place? They're due for a wash, so... I deeply shake my head. How did this guy even function on his own? I can get new clothes for you. I need to go shopping for groceries anyway. What I could do to thank you for your help. Thanks. By the way, can you cook? Maybe we could prepare some of the ingredients for a meal. Wait, never mind. It will just blow up the kitchen. I'm bad, but not that bad. After telling him not to do anything stupid while I'm away, I grab my shopping bag and head out. I know what I should buy for him. I forgot to ask what he likes to wear. Masquerade ball is in a few weeks. Maybe I should buy something that could double as both formal and casual wear. Wait, isn't that an indirect way of asking him out to the ball? Oh well, if I don't mention it, he won't know. It takes a while to get everything. It's already dark when I leave the store. I can't help but grin at the bags in my hand. I had fun picking out different parts of Corrado's outfit. When I walked through the men's section earlier, the shopkeeper asked if I was shopping for my boyfriend, but I simply brushed it off. On my way home, I noticed a familiar, small blonde boy walking ahead of me. As we both headed in the same direction, perhaps we could talk together. I had almost reached him when I suddenly tripped on the bumpy ground. Surprised, Kaiichi turns around and extends his thin arms to catch me. It does not work out very well because he falls back, unable to support my weight. And both of us hit the ground with my chest crushing his face. That hurts. But you're right, Kaiichi. Get off his small body and get up. His flustered face looks at mine, clearly annoyed about this incident. I pick him up like a little puppy and wipe the dust off his uniform. I'm sorry. Body slamming people is an unusual way of greeting them. It was an accident. Keiichi lets out a sigh and rubs the back of his head. Straining his sigh, he picks up the grocery bags I drop and hands them to me. You're a child, he can be polite. I guess Keiichi isn't always that grumpy. Thank you. What brings you here? I just was shopping. When I saw you, I thought we could walk together. We're not friends. You don't need to be friends to walk beside each other at night. Whatever. Do what you want. But don't think that means I like you. So you do consider a friend? No one. Oh, that's sad. I don't need your pity. Having friends doesn't define one's happiness. As we continue down the street, silence settles between us. Even though he insists we are not friends, he does not complain about my presence. Our first meeting didn't go well, but now I feel like I'm getting to know him more. He seems like an interesting person. As we pass by an alley, someone suddenly grabs Keiichi's arm and pulls him in. The alley is between two buildings, wide enough for a car to go through. They react to go after him. Halfway down the alley, a man stands in the dark, holding Keiichi at the firm grip. I cannot see his face from where I stand, but as he speaks, his voice is fierce and demanding. Give me all your money or your friend gets hurt. Oh, we're not really friends. Be quiet. Then the man is bringing a knife to Keiichi's neck. Oddly enough, Keiichi doesn't show any sign of fear. He simply turns away with bored eyes. This is all nothing more than wilder convenience. I try my bags to show my empty pockets. I'd hidden my wallet in my inner pocket, and pray he doesn't notice. I don't have much money. He's an elite, yeah? He must be rich. Call his family and tell them I want money or I'll send him home in pieces. No, said this guy. He probably doesn't even know how to use that knife. I think I'm joking. Then one of the men grabs the front of Keiichi's shirt and shoves him against the wall, hitting the boy with a knee to his stomach. Keiichi coughs, his shoulders shaking. His small body looks so fragile, like he could break at any moment. I do what I say and call this boy's family. I give Keiichi a panicked glance. He looks so badly hurt. I catch someone glancing out the window, but they quickly close the curtains. I was not wanting to get involved. Let's call the police. The situation is getting out of hand. Maybe this is a bad idea, but... I don't have a phone with me, but Keiichi does. If you want me to make the call, I need to get it from him. I slowly approach them. The man flinches at first, but only keeps an eye on me. I see him lowering the knife to his side. I repeat nervously, but somehow I feel confident. So close enough to take a better look at the man's face. He had a diamond-shaped tattoo below his left eye. I have to remember that, so I can turn him in later. Hey, don't get too close. I abruptly raise my leg and strike his wrist, causing the man to drop the knife. Kicking it into the darkness distracts him. I use the opportunity to strike his groin. I grab Keiichi's hand and pull him away from the man's throat. Ah, the music got loud! I continue pulling on his hands but quickly try to get away. Stop or I'm gonna shoot. The voice fixes turn around. The man has a gun pointed at us. Even with a gun, villagers aren't allowed to carry weapons. We better run. Are you crazy? The man shoots one at the wall as a warning. I freeze up at the sound of the impact. Then we can't escape from this. Then the man falls forward and hits the ground, pinned down by someone behind him. I never missed our rescuer's distinctive appearance. Ugh. Chain! Chain cuffs the man within his grip and takes the gun out of his hands. He starts before throwing his cold gaze at us. The man attempts to go free, but Chain shoves the man's face against the ground. But the man struggles. It's clear Chain has the upper hand. With his free hand, Chain takes the knife and pockets it. I thought he would question us, but he pulls up the offender and leaves without saying a word. He just follows them until they walk out of the alley. Jeez, that guy's a professional, but scared at the same time. Hey Keiichi, are you okay? Without waiting for an answer, I take out a handkerchief and gently wipe away the blood from Keiichi's neck. First time to gently put my hand over his stomach. He looks at me with half-lidded eyes. What are you doing? I might hit you pretty hard, so I'm just checking. Keiichi bats my hand away. I just suffered an internal injury. Let me take you to the hospital. I'm fine. Don't treat me like I'm made of eggshells. But I said I'm fine. Besides, I wasn't in any real danger. Tougher than I look. Besides, he was an amateur, judging by his way of handling the situation. Keiichi sighs and turns away from me. His words do nothing to ease my worries. Thanks for your concern, but it's unnecessary. My body may be weak, but it will heal. You should go home. No need to waste your time on me. I'm used to this sort of thing anyway. Used to this? I've seen you a lot. Keiichi rolls his eyes and glares at me. Currently I live alone in a villa, which gives most people the impression that I'm rich, or have family that is. They also think I'm an easy target because I'm small and weak. Did your parents go somewhere? Never mind. I'd like to know more about you. Keiichi goes quiet. I retrieve the bags I dropped, and together we walk out of the alley. I must admit, you're pretty good back there. I never expected you to have the guts to attack that man. I'm not fond of people like that, so I didn't bother to hold back. Well, I owe you this one. We walk side by side. The event had scared me a bit, but I'm glad Chain was there. I'm starting to understand Keiichi's stoic attitude. As someone who often deals with such situations, he must have nerves of steel. I guess as a little boy, perhaps my worries are not necessary. After a short while, we part ways. I put my grocery bags to the kitchen and call for Corrado. Only silence answers me. When I enter the living room, something brushes against my leg. I quickly flip the light switch, but I do not see anything around. I'm sure it was just a cat. I should catch it. The guest room's door is wide open, so I go there to check. Corrado, what are you doing? I see Corrado bowing over the window. He stumbles back when he hears my voice. I almost fell out the window. You see, never mind. I don't even want to know. I really like the clothes I bought for you. He takes the bag of clothing from me. I go in the living room as Corrado changes. He knows his clothing size, but I have seen him barely dressed enough times to guess. I wonder how he'll look. Hey, yo! It looks so good. I examine Corrado as he approaches me. I whistle at his new look. It completely changes his image. The outfit matches him well, making him look gentler. Corrado picks at his sleeves, a joking smile on his face. Now you're trying to turn me into a butler. Right, this is Corrado. No amount of good clothing can conceal his personality. No, I'm trying to turn you into a special investigator rather than a straight cat in an overcoat. Hey, it wasn't that bad. So do you like it or not? Well, you especially bought it for me. It would be rude to reject it. I noticed Corrado's tie is crooked. Does he know how to tie a tie properly? Lying loudly, I move closer to grab his tie, facing it for him. He blushes but stands still. By the way, have you seen an animal in the house? Nope, have you? I also think Furry brushed past me a couple of times, but I haven't actually seen it. Let me know if you find it. I don't want wild animals running around here. Yes, ma'am. I remember the open window in Corrado's room. I wonder if something snuck in. Keep the windows closed. It's cool enough in the house. But, understood? If you're actually keeping a pet in secret, I'll kill you. Do you just like pets? Hear what I just said about killing you? Yeah. Tonight, Corrado stays in my room again, never leaving even for a second. Maybe Corrado's worried about another ghost might come for me. Time to go to sleep. He said it has been a while since a murder occurred. However, he refuses to abandon his duty. He's afraid something might happen soon. Next day. Oh, hello. Was not expecting you to just pop right out. During lunch break, Leoji approaches me with a serious face. Can we talk for a moment? Oh no. No, we cannot. What is it, Leoji? We go to a hallway with fewer people. Okay, Games, don't freak out, but you might be getting a call from the police within the next few days. Why? Leoji pauses for a moment. He takes out his phone out of the pocket, swiping on the screen before showing me a photo of a man. His face is only vaguely familiar, but I recognize the diamond tattoo below his left eye. The man who attacked me in Keiichi yesterday. Have you seen him before? Yeah, I saw him. Why? He's dead. Someone from the office told me he was last seen with a girl, and I think the witness said a small boy. The description of the girl matched you, and now you just confirmed that you know him. Did Shane say something? Wait, there was someone who saw the scene, but did nothing. Technically, Shane is the last person the mugger saw. The witness must have not watched till the end. This is so unfair. You should be investigating Shane. This is him under suspicion of murder. No, but the police might ask you a few questions about it. I just thought to tell you beforehand. Besides, you would never do anything as stupid as murder. In that case, I have an alibi. My guard was with me the whole night. Who's your guard exactly? I tell him. And again, Corrado is my alibi. Might as well say it to save myself. His name is Corrado Hakase. He raises one eyebrow after hearing the name and rubs his chin. What, is something wrong? Yoshi smiles apologetically and shakes his head, avoiding the topic. Corrado is more carefree than Shane, and I have only seen him in action once. Other than that, I know nothing about him. Yoshi seems to have an idea. Maybe a good chance to ask. What do you know about him? How could I trust a guard if I know nothing about him? You got a point. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about his pirate life. I'm gonna have to figure it out myself. I feel like a stalker. It doesn't help that Corrado won't tell me himself. This is a nice library. Wow, wow, wow. If I like to read, I'd love it here. After school, I go to the library. Maybe I can find something there. Personal information is not available to the public. I have to ask for permission before I can access the database. Luckily, the librarian accepts my excuse. I searched the archives for a while, but to my disappointment, there's nothing useful. Only his age and student information are displayed. I cannot even find his address. He said before that he had a place, but now I wonder if he was actually homeless. As for family, he was adopted by the Hakase family and is an only child. Since he's adopted, it makes sense that his prior life is difficult to find in the archives. While browsing through the newspaper archives, one article catches my attention. It's dated back to the 18th century. The page displays a section of missing people. While skipping through the photos and names, my eyes stop at one name. Corrado. You again. I hear a familiar voice. I quickly put the documents away. Turning around, I see Keiichi standing there in a book in hand, eyeing me curiously. Do some research. By the way, how's your injury? Told you I wasn't hurt. He was closer with a serious face and lowest voice. You're under suspicion of murder too. How'd you know? I got questioned about it by the police. I want to know if you were too. Not yet. Play games. Do you think I killed him? I could have chased him down after he reported ways last night, you know. I had to save you after that man easily overpowered you. You wouldn't kill anyone if you tried. Do you think I killed him? Well, that's the obvious. You're not capable of that. I guess Keiichi trusts me. After Keiichi leaves, I return to the article about missing people. Corrado? On Miyoto? On me or on my... I think it's... my... On Miyoto? What would it be me? Fuck, how do I say this? I think it's me. On Miyoto. Age 8. Missing as of July 8th, 1742, presumed dead. Article includes photos of most of the missing people. Photo of this Corrado on Miyoto is so scratched up that I cannot make out his appearance. The next article I found is about the Corrado that I know. It is a complaint describing the controversy surrounding his adoption. It seems that people wanted him sent to another city entirely. Nobody knew his identity, so the villagers were cautious. In the end, someone was willing to take him in. An anonymous villager, this little kid. We don't know who he is, or where he came from. He's suspicious as hell. I don't like the brat. And I can't believe the Hikase couple took him in. How can people even complain about adopters? I guess people will complain about anything. It's just a matter of finding someone who will listen. Running through the newspaper articles, I found a report of an incident from a few years ago. During a training camp in the forest, Corrado went missing with his partner. He returned alone several months later. Corrado claims he did not know what happened to his partner. The case went cold shortly after. The deeper I dug, the more questions arose. His background is shrouded with mystery. There are more reports in the archives, but the library is closing soon. Seems I'll have to head home. I'm back. I went to the living room. A strange smell hits me. It's like as strong as the stuff in the living room. I realized what's going on and I rushed to the kitchen. Oh, tell me you're a burn. Corrado turns at me and greets me with an innocent smile. Welcome home, dear. Honey, I'm home. Oh, fuck. I'm not your dear. Not yet. Well, dear, while you were away, I prepared dinner. Why, you didn't blow up my kitchen. Of course I didn't. I didn't even set anything on fire. Huh. Now that's something. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is it? I don't even have the foggiest idea of what it could be. Are these potatoes? And a dipping sauce that looks the same? Mmm. Delicious. And I looked at the odd-looking fish on the kitchen counter. How could he waste those ingredients? I was gonna use them this week. I had my forehead grimacing at what he made. It didn't look very edible. He wanted to surprise me with a meal. What's the thought that counts? Thank you for your hard work, but let me take care of the rest. Hold on, you have to taste it first. Give me a plate of fish chopped into pieces. It looks really suspicious. I wonder if I can eat this or not. All I know is that it is prepared wrong. I asked what he asked of the fish, but he refused to tell me unless I try it. He put so much effort for it. I might as well take a bite. It's just strange texture, but I admit it tastes good. I knew you would like it with the secret ingredients. Cover his mouth before he spoils it. I think I'm better off not knowing. I'll forgive you. But only because you didn't make a mess of the kitchen. Yep, now you can't say I'm worthless anymore. You're useful enough as a guard, not to mention you're my guest. I don't know why you're doing this, but it'll take more than that to win me over. Besides, you look out of place here, especially in that outfit. At least wear an apron when cooking. He smiles apologetically, but I have to admit, potatoes look cute. I take over the cooking while Corrado stands by watching. He leans against the kitchen counter and snacks on the wraps he made. It doesn't take long before I finish the dish and we move to the living room. I heard from my team that there's been another murder last night. You should be careful on the way home. Do you need me to pick you up? No, it's fine. Alright, should I mention what happened last night? He's an investigator. He can clear my suspicion. By the way, the dead guy was a mugger, and I ran into him on the way home last night. I think your people suspect me of killing him. What? Why didn't you tell me that yesterday? Nothing serious happened. He was arrested at the end, and I didn't get hurt. Corrado blinks in disbelief for a moment before recovering his composure. He wraps his chain of thought. He must be concerned that I didn't tell him right away. I expect to scold him, but instead he gives me an apologetic look. Sad that I wasn't there to help you. I don't know what I'd do if you had gotten hurt. Can't even imagine you as a killer. And I was with you the whole night. I should talk to my team. Was anyone else around? I was with Keiichi, and Shane was the one who arrested him. This could scratch you off the list. Can't speak for Keiichi, though. I'm glad I have an alibi. Tonight I'm going out for a bit. Try to look after you, okay? I'll make sure he keeps you safe. Let me guess, you can't tell me what you'll be up to. Let's say investigator business. You're so secretive sometimes. I'm a man of mystery. Before Corrado leaves, he lets me know that Shane is watching from a distance, and if anything would happen, I just need to scream. And he's gone, the place suddenly feels empty. I watch the two of them talk outside for a bit. It always puzzles me that Corrado gets along with Shane. At least I'm reassured that Shane is keeping an eye on me. I look at the clock, which shows 9 p.m. The streets become more dangerous the later it gets. Hopefully Corrado will return soon. I know where Shane is hiding. He might encounter the murderer if he's standing guard outside. Out of curiosity, I shove my curtains aside and glance out the window. There's no one on the street. No need to worry about him. He's trained for such situations. All this restlessness makes me thirsty, so I go to the kitchen and get a glass of water. I was over to the living room and catch sight of something running across the floor. So I see clearly, but it seems like some sort of odd animal. Its sudden appearance catches me off guard. Eek. I just came hear noise from the back door. It's Shane! Oh my, hello! I saw that someone runs into the living room. Jane. Early on, he examines his surroundings. After a few seconds, he lowers his weapon, swiftly returning it to the holster on his belt. He scratches his head and turns to me with a dark expression. Totally forgot he would come for a scream. Sorry, it was a mistake. The animal startled me. Didn't mean to scream, sorry. He hit me in silence. It's gone now and everything's fine. Shane sighed, shaking his head before looking at me again. We're staying with you until that guy gets back. What? His cold gaze stays on me as he makes his way to the couch. I can't sleep comfortably like this. Corrado invading my privacy is already bad enough. Now Shane too. Speaking of Corrado, this is the perfect chance to ask about him. I barely get to see Shane, but I can't waste the chance to dig for answers. Hey Shane, you and Corrado are good friends, right? Shane keeps staring at me, but he does not reply. Assuming that's a yes because he does not deny it. I was wondering how to get this job. He lets out another sigh and turns away from me. Going to ignore me. I stare at him waiting for an answer, but Shane remains silent. But he dislikes me. Does he not want to talk? At least say something instead of flat out ignoring me. I try to tap his shoulder. Look of an eye, Shane grabs my wrist. He shifts his legs to shove me down. Suddenly I'm lying on my back, caged below him as he stares down at me. I squirm around in an attempt to get free, but he uses his body weight to limit my movement. What are you doing? Get off me. I grasp my fist, he secures my wrist with one hand, pinning them to the couch above my head. I try to kick him, but his legs lock my own in place. I didn't even know to block that. This guy's on a whole other level. So close that I could hear his distorted breaths. I flicked him to make another move, but he stares at me without a word. I feel flustered under his gaze. As Jay pulls away, returning to his previous position like nothing ever happened. That was disappointing. What do you mean? I was just testing you. You're way too slow and weak to have killed that guy. Nice! He did it on purpose, as an alibi. Fuck you. Terrible. My heart is racing as he slowly stood up. I heard that guy was dead. I was with Corrado since last night. You could have just asked him. Thanks for saving us, by the way. If you hadn't been there, we might have been seriously hurt. I'm just doing my job. I had to finally hear a reply, and I've still not gotten the answers I wanted. By the way, what happened last night? I had him in your custody. I had to get away from you. Really? You're not gonna tell me anything that happened? After letting the police believe I killed him. It does not look like he will talk anytime soon, so I give up on questioning him. So I'm talking to myself, so I decide to go upstairs. As I stand up, he suddenly speaks. Investigators are the backbone of the police force. Because of that, it isn't easy to get this job, but somehow Corrado managed. He's skilled now, but before that incident, he was more and less dull. One incident. He went missing for a few weeks. They found him in the forest. Since then, he's been different. If you want to know, you should ask him yourself. He never told you about it. No. I resigned myself to the fact that I will not get any real answers from him and drop the topic. You got the realest of answers! What the fuck are you saying? I know exactly where to go in your line of questioning. I go to my room, Shane stays in the hallway. If I need him, I can call for him. A while later, after tucking myself into bed, I hear footsteps in the hallway. One pair fades away while another heads to my room. My door slowly opens and Corrado enters. He drops down into the chair on the desk and unbuttons his coat. Welcome back, are you okay? Yeah, he looks exhausted. He has his face with one hand and lets out a deep breath. He's usually energetic. This is the first time he does not respond to me. I must have been through a lot. Where's Shane? His work. It's okay to skip your duty tonight. You should get some rest. But can't. Nothing insists on staying with me even though his body's falling off the edge of the chair is touching. I get up, fetching a blanket from my protector. Still weird to have you watching so close. I'll let you stay for tonight, but you're sleeping in your own room from now on. Corrado smiles lightly before his eyes fall shut. While she sleeps soundlessly, I too fall into a deep sleep. Everything is so black around me, as if I'm in an infinite dark space. I catch something in the distance, a faint light, and a silhouette is in front of it. All I can do is watch as it looms closer. Corrado. He gazes at me softly before reaching out his hand. I reach out to take it, then flinch when I see that it's stained with blood. I realize that he is speaking, but I can't hear the words. I slowly slip away, and everything fades out. It was just a dream. Bright days, let's go. Corrado's in the same position in the morning, still asleep. I decide to let him be and prepare for school. This time I prepare breakfast with Corrado in mind, and then went on the kitchen table before heading off. Ginger tea and scrambled eggs with veggies. They should replenish his strength. At school, I noticed my classmates whispering at their desks. I could vaguely make out the words dead and unknown. They also were talking about the murder that occurred a few days ago. The OG told me that one of the officers claimed me of suspicion last night. However, someone else is under surveillance. He does not know who, but I feel like it might be Keiichi. Is he okay? OG said you were involved in the incident. I was involved in a mugging a couple of days ago, and the culprit was found dead shortly after. I was under suspicion for a bit. OG was just telling me I was been cleared. How did that guy get away from Chain anyway? It outchanged the murderer. But this is too weird. I head to the school canteen for lunch, with Corrado at home. My food seems to disappear at an astonishing rate. And I did not have enough left to prepare lunch after making his breakfast. Hello. On my way, I bump into Roya and almost dropped my wallet. He smiles an apologetic smile and asks if I'm right. I'd be worried around him. Hi, Roya. Miss Games. Hi, Roya. I head into the canteen. I forgot to bring my lunch today. In that case, take this. Someone prepared a lunchbox for me, but I don't need it. Roya pushes a decorated box into my hands. Judging by the cutesy design, it looks like a confession gift. It must like him a lot to go all the way to make this. This food is made especially for you. I can't accept it. Just take it. I don't really like having it. I'd rather eat something else. His deep gold eyes are pinned on me while he leans closer. Despite the mischievous grin on his face, his tone sounds far from teasing. I reflectively step back. Hey. Oh, hee. I shouldn't make such jokes. Such a pervert when we're alone. Let's do this. Thanks for the lunchbox. It will be your responsibility if your admirer found out you gave it away. Right. Oh, excuse me. I'm heading back to my classroom. Hold on, there's something I want to tell you about that mugger. Huh? I'm the one who took out the trash. Hell yeah! I mean, you murdered that man. You still call him murder if he had a questionable history. That's not for you to decide. Besides, Chain had already arrested him. His death brought me and Keiichi under suspicion. Really, Roya, you shouldn't have done that. Don't worry, I'll be a good boy and turn myself in. How are you going to explain yourself? Are you worried about me? Careful, GamesRHard, thinking you like me. Actually, I came here for other business, but it's always a pleasure to see you. What did you come here for, then? I saw Corrado around the other day, so I thought, I want to tell him something. I could pass him a message. Thank you, but no. It's rather personal. Sounds like you're planning on confessing to him. What are you talking about? I see. There's something else I want to confess, but I won't tell you. He winks at me and walks off before I can respond. Not that I have anything to say to him. The words leave me confused. He seems like a simple person on the surface. But I wonder if he hides something deeper. I'm not oblivious to his flirting, but he can't be serious, right? I removed the pink ribbon around the lunchbox and opened the lid. Inside it are various side dishes with rice. There's even a heart-shaped dessert. I've not seen Roya in school until recently. This person must be familiar with him to time this gift right. I feel bad for taking it. Might be even worse if she found it in the trash bin. I had a library after class. I need to borrow a few books for my history assignment. Mr. Blanchett, it has been going easy on me, but I don't want to fall behind. After finishing my homework, I reached home to find Corrado getting ready to leave. Are you feeling better? And looking snazzy doing it. Oh my! Yeah, I slept the whole day. All day. Did you miss your shift? It's fine, I got someone from another department to cover me. Besides, I have an appointment tonight. And I'll be here soon to look after you. Can I do anything? Don't worry about that. You probably have homework to do. I finished it while I was in the library. You're so stubborn. Corrado scratched the back of his head, bowed forward and thought. I thought he was more comfortable in sharing things. But it still keeps a lot from me. That's my arms went pout. Yesterday I stopped by the office to submit my testimony and clear up that you were with me in the night of the murder. And I had to talk with my supervisor, check in with the witness, file some reports. I just kept dragging on. That relieves your worries a bit. Thank you. I know you're not supposed to protect me from suspicious people, so I really appreciate you going out of your way like this. You're so extra, Corrado. Hey, yo! No, hold on! Bitch the fuck! Okay. This is fine. This is great. Love this for me. My character is an ass, but love this for me personally. He suddenly leans forward, and I feel his warm touch on my forehead. It takes me a moment to process what happened. Too confused to form proper sentences. What was that? Does he? My bad, he just looks so cute. He pulls back and smiles before leaving the house. Wait, no, of course not. And I was getting away. I really think that could stop me from coming after him. He was hiding something from me, I want to know. At the window I see no sign of Shane. Good. Seems he's not here yet. I better catch up with Corrado before I lose track of him. Corrado's not gone very far. He strides through the street, greeting people on the way. Running around like this makes me feel like a stalker, though. It's pretty normal. Maybe he isn't... Wait, why are we at the mansion? I've been here before. But there's a softer atmosphere this time. It almost feels like a different place compared to last time. My doors are wide open, like an invitation. I look Corrado inside, and then lose sight of him. The first time entering the mansion. Like the outside, this place is well organized and clean. What if someone actually lives here? I quietly roam around looking for Corrado. No one appears to be on the first floor, so I move quietly upstairs. There are numerous doors along the halls, indistinguishable from each other. Each turn brings me to another similar-looking hallway. I open a few doors, and most of them are empty. One of the rooms has a white piano. The lack of dust must mean that it's used recently. I do not bother looking too deep into it. It's like searching a needle in a haystack. Maybe I should give up. As I walked in a circle, I end up at the stairs again. Suddenly I feel I tap my shoulder and quickly turn around. Oh, this bitch! How sweet of you to pay me a visit. You should have called first. I would have welcomed you at the door. Wait, I wasn't expecting you. You mean to say you weren't expecting me at my own home? And pray tell, what were you expecting? My little brother, perhaps? I know you had a little brother. He's a little shy, but I can call him if you wish. Not necessary. I look for His eyes shift, he tilts his head. Something distracts his attention. Oh, Corrado is here. Perfect. I'm going to pass a message to him. Now I'll take care of it myself. I can process what he said. Roya moves behind me. She cut off his pressed his hand over my mouth, with enough force to make me stumble. Back to his chest, and his other arm winds around my waist, securing me in his arms. I only realized what's going on when I look past the railing and see Corrado downstairs. He's already looking at us. My character is the biggest dumbass. Alright, I'm gonna end this episode here. God damn it. Alright. Well, thanks for watching, everybody, and hopefully I'll see you later.